And I hope I've earned some credibility about that
Yes, you
by
have.
now. Okay.
Yeah, you have.
And by people who didn't respect that before, do you mean therapists or
Adults, therapists.
adults and therapists? Yeah, okay.
In my life.
In your life, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I understand the blanking part's fear of having somebody not respect its pace. And I'll just reassure it that that it's also the boss. We're not going to do anything without its permission either.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it. So there's a part that contains, that sort of keeps everything in check.
Uh-huh.
And it stepped forward. So.
Mhm. So let's get to know it.
Mhm.
How do you feel toward it?
Well, I trust that part
So
a
let it know.
lot.
Yeah,
I trust that part a lot.
You rely on that part.
I do.
Let it know you get that.
Yeah.
You trust it. You value it.
Yeah.
Okay. And ask it about its role, about its containing role.
It's not to let the fear go too far.
Uh-huh.
Not let, any kind of thing that goes on in my life go too far.
Mm-hmm.
Keep me safe.
Right.
That's a theme.
Yes, it is. For many, many people.
Right. To keep me safe. Make sure that whatever's going on, I can manage. I don't get overwhelmed.
Right. So is it concerned right now about the overwhelm issue again?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, we're not going to do anything without, in advance, the agreement that whatever part we go to won't overwhelm you.
Right.
Okay?
Got it.
All right. So it contains these parts that the fear has been protecting, is that right? Okay.
Well, yesterday when we did that exercise,
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to say, and you can tell me if I...
Yeah, sure.
What happened was there was a heart, I saw it here, and then I put a box around it.
And that's the containing
Correct.
one?
Yeah.
That contains and protects your heart?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So let's give it a lot of gratitude for that.
Yeah.
So we're at a kind of decision point here. At this point, if we had permission, we could probably do some healing of that heart, but we don't need to. We've done plenty already today, but they need to decide whether they want to take that next step and let us actually heal the parts that have been, that they're protecting, so they won't have to be so protective.
That's a decision.
I don't want to hear from the pushing.
No,
Go
I'm
for
not
it part.
going there.
All right.
Well, what happened when we were talking, and that's right, it's whether if these parts wanted to do this.
Yeah, it's whether the protectors are willing to let us do
that.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
one of them stepped up. The anger, I was no emotion was there, and then I got anger.
Uh-huh.
So.
Anger at me or at...
No.
No.
It's a protector.
It's a protector, okay.
And it's what I contain.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
I contain the anger. That
Okay.
I have. The anger, the disappointment, the loneliness.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm going there. That.
Okay, we got to go with permission though, all
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So ask the protectors if we have permission.
Yes. I wouldn't be talking if we
All right. So you mentioned-
I would have been numb like I was.
Yeah.
Where nothing was, I almost felt like I'd have to stop because I just wasn't able to access until.
Right.
I think until it was yes.
So among the anger and I forgot what else, loneliness, did you say, and pain?
Yeah.
Is there one of those we should start with?
The loneliness.
The loneliness. And where do you find that in your body, around your body, Jody?
I would have said my heart, but I'm trying to find this loneliness.
Yeah,
now.
don't say anything automatically. Just
No.
focus on that lonely feeling. And see where you find it in your body or around your body.
Well, I feel it sounds weird in my legs, my arms.
Yeah.
I just want to run.
Yeah.
I just want to run.
Okay.
There's a physical sensation in my body of tingling,
Uh-huh.
and that's what something like that will do to me.
Okay, good. And how do you feel toward that one?
I try to shut it down.
Right. So let's get all the parts that try to shut it down to relax so we can help it instead. Just like we got to know that other part.
Right.
See if they're willing.
Yeah.
Okay? How do you feel toward it now?
I really get it. I really understand.
So let it know that you do really understand, and see how it reacts.
It reacts in a way of, are you sure? And it wants to be shown.
It wants you to show that you understand.
That I understand.
Okay.
That it's lonely. And
Are you willing to do that?
Yep.
So go ahead and show it that you care about it and that you do understand in whatever way feels right.
Right.
What's happening?
Emotionally, I really feel that.
Is it okay to feel some of this?
Yes.
Yeah. So let it
I
know.
do feel it. So
Let it know it's okay to let you feel it.
that it was real, that I was really lonely.
Really lonely, yeah.
Right. And there was nobody
There's nobody there.
to reassure me, so I got really, really scared.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's okay to feel all this, right?
Yes.
So let it know.
I feel it,
Yeah.
No, I need to feel it.
Yeah, good.
I'll shut it down, and if I shut it down, I won't connect with it.
That's right, exactly.
And then I think there's something wrong with me that I feel it.
That's right.
Or when I hug the loneliness, I realize that's all I needed.
That's all you needed when you were that age.
Yeah, to be held,
To be held, yeah. Do you have a sense of how old this part is?
reassured.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Yeah, it's a 4 or 5-year-old girl.
Yes.
So are you hugging her?
Well, I saw it was like an adult that I was hugging.
Okay.
But when you said child, that's where it stems from.
Yeah. Well, just go with what you saw, though. If it's an adult, then hug the adult.
Because the adult is still lonely.
The adult's still lonely, yeah. So we're going to start there. So just hug that adult part of you.
Right.
Reassure it the way it needed that. And see how it reacts.
Well, that's what it needed.
That's right.
That's what it needed.
That's right.
But I wouldn't take it from me. I wanted to come.
You wanted it to come from these adults around you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is it taking it from you now?
Yes. That's why I could get in touch.
Yeah.
Because I'm befriending it. I actually feel it.
It's great.
I'm not trying to run from it.
That's
I'm not
right.
trying to make it go away.
That's right. So is it okay with you to know more about what happened to make it feel so lonely
Yes.
in the past? And
Yes.
you can share as much or as little of the story with us. It's mainly that you get to know what
Right.
happened.
I know, but I don't know. In the body.
Yeah, so that's...
Or in the sense of. In the sense of connecting with it.
All right. So
Okay.
tell it we're here now to connect with it, to
Okay.
really know. In whatever way it wants you to know what happened and how bad that was.
Okay.
So tell it to just go with that, to let you feel and sense and see whatever it wants you to know about it. And
Mhm.
again, you share with us only what feels safe about what you learn.
There was a big issue that happened when I was about 4 or 5, where my mother had an affair with my dad's best friend, and they made me a part of that. And my father figured it out, and I love my dad. And at that point, my dad cut off
Mhm.
from both my mother and I.
Mhm.
And it was a major loss for me.
Okay.
And I collapsed.
Uh-huh.
I could feel that.
Mhm.
And
Did-
I could never get him until later on
Mhm.
to interact with me
Okay.
in the way that we had, in a loving way. It was more distant.
Right.
And my mom was a very violent lady,
Mhm.
and so I couldn't reach out to her.
Mhm.
But her fear would get me up in the morning, the
Mhm.
fear of her,
Fear of her, yeah.
because of the loss of my dad.
Right.
I mean, my dad was a military guy, so I belonged to the squadron, and he'd gotten me a little coat that had their emblem on it and things like that. So
Mhm.
he was a big part of my life when I was young.
Mhm.
And the loss of him because of the situation that I couldn't understand, I thought it was really bad.
Thought you were bad.
Yeah.
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 Okay. And how are you feeling toward this girl as you learn this?
Well, I've talked about this before, but I don't think I've ever understood how lonely and how I've cut off from the emotional piece of the sense of not having that.
Right.
The sense of,
Suddenly not having your father.
Yeah.
Yeah. And feeling like it was your fault.
right.
Okay. So are you feeling the emotional side
Oh,
of it
yeah.
now?
Yeah.
So tell her. Tell her
'cause-
it's okay to let you feel it as much as she needs for you to really get it this time. So she feels like you do really get how lonely she was.
Right. And I've had a real hard time with that.
Yeah, just stay with it though, okay?
Okay.